What is up, guys? Me, Molly, and welcome back to another video again. What is up, guys? Me, Molly, and welcome back to another video again. I'm in a good mood today, because I look better now. I look less stressed now. So today's video I'm gonna talk about is independence. Yeah, even software. Like, I'd rather be more independent. So today I'm gonna talk about is being independent. Look at my that's raining right now. Right now it's raining right now. Got my raining right now. I look better. I look healthy. I look younger. So it's gonna be a good video today. So today I'm gonna talk about is being more independent and skipping the matrix. So I consider I kind of skipped the matrix. I kind of did skip the matrix. I was in the matrix, but I found a way to escape it and have more independence on self. So I don't have a job. I have a business. That's why I'm not saying I do have a job. Technically, it's my business. Let me rephrase that. I don't want to say I don't have a job. Some people think I'm a loser, but I have a business and that pays me off. I'm a non-profit, so that's how I've been. Non-profit tax. Tax free. That's how I've been paying my my stuff. Non-profit. Thank God for non-profits. I get most of it donations. You know what I'm saying? Like Pokemon streams. Yeah, I get donations, man. But by which side of it, that's how to pay bills. My YouTube pays the bills, my business pays the bills. My business pays the bills. That's how we go to Manhattan. Yeah, I live in Manhattan. Yeah, I live in Manhattan, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, Manhattan, see, beautiful man. I live in Manhattan. But all jokes aside, today I'm gonna talk about being more independent and just like the software. Even the software I use now, I've been trying to be more independent. Now, I used to very be dependent on people, which was a problem too. I used to be very dependent, so I used to have dependency on software. And that's a bad idea, saying that's why even when I listen to music, I use VLC. I use a lot of free software now. I don't use proprietary software anymore. I had to use proprietary software still for certain if a bank, you can't use free software in it. But when I use the internet, I mostly use free software or use software that makes me more independent. Obviously I use YouTube. One thing that's proprietary I use is YouTube, to download music. But even then, YouTube is YouTube is my job, so that's how I get paid. So YouTube is calculating my job. So if I get, but I make money from a website too, which is cool. But I use a lot of free software now because I realize Google kind of sucks, man. I made old videos with cringy. Oh yeah, my old videos with cringe. I make cringe videos about Google being this good. I used to love Google. This is when I was trying to want to work at Google. Now, yeah, screw it. It kind of is not the good idea to work at an evil company because Google is becoming evil now and not good. So Google's not my boss, obviously. We know that for a fact. I was joking because I want to try to I made an old podcast I love Google. I might delete that podcast. I'm not gonna lie. That thing is old, outdated. We know that Google's becoming evil, but that's another story. But that's why I slowly becoming interested in free software and open source software. Now you were like, Matthew, you used to like Google. Yeah, I did. I used to like Google. Now Google, we're breaking up, Nikita and Yamyoshi. We're breaking up, Nikita and Yamyoshi. That's shout out Nikita. I love you, Nikita and Yamyoshi, but we're breaking up. 2 times he's like, oh, Matthew make viruses, some dumb stuff. And here's the weird part. I'm on the Google Play partnership books thing, and also the Pay Up store, my store that got shut down. Oh, that's why I shut down, because of Google. Blame Google for that. Blame evil Google for that. Now, here's the crazy part. The weird part. I did not make any viruses. I'm not like a hack. I'm not like a black guy or like a white guy making viruses. But that's what I got in trouble for, apparently, for viruses. Oh, Matthew created this virus, so let's ban his account. I'm like, yo, Google, chill. I know Nikita and Yoshi's jealous. Why is the camera doing this, Wanda? What, that was on the camera, okay. I know Nikita and Yoshi's getting jealous because she knows that I almost had an affair with her because she's married, but Nikita and Yoshi's married. We know she's married. I almost had an affair with her, I almost had an affair with Nikita, so she's jealous because I'm famous. By the way, I saw her one time on the Google Play Summit. So, Nikita, I can start a drama right now, man. Nikita and Joshi, I can start a drama, man. Come like my comment, man. I would be surprised to comment my video, but I'm joking. But here's the point. I got basically shut down my store because of viruses. Keep in mind, there was no virus on that account. I'm like a genius. I make games, okay? How? I don't even know how to make a virus. I just make games. How the hell that I got shut down for virus? I think it was censorship. I'm convinced it was censorship. I think she was mad at me and it was censorship. I'm convinced it was censorship. I don't think it's because of that. So it was so dumb. It was so ridiculous, Oh, shut down Matthew's account for viruses. I'm like, no, girl. I got censored YouTube because you knew censorship, internet, and age verification. No, you said to do what you got to do. It's annoying. But back to what I was saying, I was excited. Yeah, it was just that's why I slowly that's why I have my website. Thank God for my website, man. But not the store shut down. But thank God for my apps, for my website that's still there, and I'd be more independent from that. Why the camera keeps getting dark? I don't know. That's kind of racist. But the point is, like, I slowly becoming more independent with software. I try to be more independent. Even in my own life, I try to cook. I cook a lot. I've been making coffee. I mean, making good stuff. Trying to be more independent from the matrix. So, it's about being more independent. I'd rather be independent than like dependent on someone. It's even in relationships. Like if I get a girlfriend, right, or a wife, let's say DSP, let's say I get DSP's wife. I'm just kidding. Let's say I get a wife, right, or whatever. I'd rather be more independent with that person. So I don't want to be dependent on them too much, and so on and so on. I want to have independence. I don't want to worry about if they go to take advantage of me and be dependent on them, and then if they can't do that, then whatever. So it's about, even adults too, I try to be independent. Even with software I use, I try to be more independent with the software. So I always choose independence over dependency of software. Like even with this phone, I try to be more independent. So, because I'd rather have someone that makes me, oh my god, copyright music. Yeah, sorry, there was copyright music. I didn't want to get the music in the video, so I had to censor it. But, back to what I was saying though, I'd rather be more independent than dependent on people. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, like, asking neighbors for help and people for help. But sometimes you got to be more independent. Sometimes you can't. I gotta pause the video. I'm gonna try this again. Oh my god, sorry. Alright, back to what I was saying though. I was saying, like, I'd rather be more independent than dependent on people, and not neglect independence. Even relationships, you should be independent from people in general. Yeah, screw people, screw them kids. I'm saying, screw people in general. But I'd rather be more independent where I'm going. So if I'm using a software, if I'm using any technology, if I'm using any I'd rather use small scale technology that is easy to fix and repair, and two, technology that makes me more independent. And even in general, like when I cook, for instance, I mean, I tell them to run, like, I'd rather cook and say cook and save some. When I've been cooking, cooking has been saving me a lot of money, man. Like cooking, I mean, I've been cooking some good stuff. I mean, making coffee, so I gotta go food shopping again. Speaking of it. But cooking has saved me a lot of money on like going to eat out. I used to eat out a lot, which was kind of being independent, but say shuts down, screwed. But I'd rather be more independent than depend on the system, and that's my philosophy too. I mean, I haven't done a video in a while, cause I already did a video, but I haven't done it in 2 weeks because my phone broke. So obviously I finally fixed the phone. And I was gonna make the video early at 4 in the morning, and I deleted it because it got deleted, and it was just terrible. I didn't want to release the video. It was just random. It was basically me not being entertaining. It was boring. It was crappy. So I didn't release the video. Probably got dislikes like crazy, the other video. So it was a Mario Kart. It was gonna be a Mario Kart double dash video, and I just deleted it. It was just awful. I deleted it. It took forever, so I deleted it. So I'm just gonna do a face cam video today. But that's why I said, like, I'd rather be more independent and not depend on people. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with people. I mean, even my channel, my channel is pretty cool. My community is awesome because, like, they like my comedy kind of. I didn't think I was funny, but I'm not trying to be funny. It's just like, I didn't know. I don't know. I don't even know this video is funny, but whatever. It's basic life skills. But I don't know. I don't know, like, the basic white girl from Starbucks can, like, comprehend my language, because I'm not basic, very sophisticated mind. I have a very intelligent brain, like DSP says, I have a very intelligent brain. But back to what I was saying, it's like, I try to be more independent in the system. I'm not trying to not depend on the system. I'm not gonna lie, I do swear in my videos a lot. I mean, it's not for kids. We know that YouTube knows it's not for kids. I'm worried it might not be advertiser friendly for the advertiser, that they PG-13 for the advertisers. So I might be advertiser friendly, so that's my concern. So for that, I have a website. that's why I post explicit stuff on my website. But even then, it might be not advertiser concern, because they talk about out of platform behavior, out of YouTube behavior, out of platform behavior. So there's that too. That's the issue too. Now I don't know what's gonna happen in the next few years, because right now in 2025 it gotten better, but still I don't know what's going to happen in a few years. I can't say if my business will blow up or maybe failure, but one thing I could say, I always get Wi-Fi, man. I always get Wi-Fi. I'm always managed to get the fastest Wi-Fi somehow. In New York City, not in New York, in New York City, but in general where I live, New York City too, yeah, Manhattan too, I always get the fastest Wi-Fi. I never had slow Wi-Fi. I always had the fastest Wi-Fi. I always had like not the fastest, but I've always had fast Wi-Fi. Never had slow Wi-Fi. I mean, no exception was like 2022. Even then, I found a way to get fast Wi-Fi for free. I'm smart. I'm very smart. I always get the fastest Wi-Fi. Say I know to get like decent Wi-Fi to upload my videos. And where I live, there's always free Wi-Fi that's fast, not slow. I don't live in a country where it's like so slow, like that makes me fall asleep, like in class, in math class, like Miss Thrower says. Yeah, Miss Thrower says I was slow and put me in math class. I don't do that. So, but like I was saying though, I'm not trying to be a turtle, a slow turtle. But I know, it's always faster. Yeah, it's true. In computers, right? Yeah, because software was faster back in the day because it was more efficient. So technically, slow is faster. But if I want Wi-Fi, it has to be really fast. It has to be like a jet plane. Like Nick Tesla says, like jet plane compared to horse and buggy. But like I was saying though, after this disclaimer, but I was just excited. I'm saying that, like, I'd rather be more independent. I'd rather be more independent from the system. I don't want to be dependent on the system. I want to be obviously attractive, obviously, too. Not, but attractive in a way where I'll be more independent as attractive. Very more independent, not dependent on the system. Because there's nothing wrong like being dependent on people, but sometimes you don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm not dependent on people. I mean, asking people for help. Nothing wrong with asking people for help. But if you depend on someone all the time, like, it's gonna be a problem. And I learned that early on in my journey, music journey, even my business journey. I mean, I failed a lot. I mean, I got scammed at one point. I got someone stabbed me in the back, but I got over it eventually. Pause the video. There was literally copyright music again. I don't want to get my copyright claim again because YouTube was very sensitive with that. Back to what I was saying, I even don't make music. Yeah, shout out to YouTube. I can, But back to what I was saying though. But yeah, I was saying that like I rather be, I love TuneCore. I like about TuneCore. It makes me more independent. I'm an independent artist, so I love being. I don't go on the labels to make my money. So, and I do get paid for music. Yes, I do get paid. Yes, not as much, but more than most late artists gets. Let's be real. I do get paid the record, and that's how I was paid the server, pay for the server, the TuneCore server itself, which is awesome. I love TuneCore for that. I do got to fix my account and the payments where it's at, but it's been like a cash reserve. I have a cash reserve that keeps it safe business. It's like a mercy cash reserve, like a cash reserve for the TuneCore subscription. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. But back to what I was saying though, so I'll be able to afford the subscription and get my check mark. But back to what I was saying though, yeah, I gotta pause. Back to what I was saying, I'd rather be more independent. I'm sorry, this red light. I gotta catch this light. But I'm like a running bird. I'd rather be more independent than depend on the system. And like, obviously with education, I've been self-educating myself. I told myself, I built myself military time. Well, not oh, Mom, you're American. Yes, I am. Technically, it's a 24-hour clock. Let's be real. But I told myself a lot of things like, Heartline, 24-hour clock, that stuff, mile markers, all that stuff. And also educating myself about the new, like, the AI age verification on YouTube. I'm a little sensitive. I'm not gonna talk about as much as YouTube because let's be real, it's been spreading like crazy. It's been too negative. I've made videos about the age verification, but the problem is when I watched the videos on YouTube, I kept getting recommended age verification on YouTube, which is a big issue. I get it, but it's so negative, like But it's the reality right now because the internet kind of sucks right now. Let's be real. But I still do YouTube, but sometimes the YouTube, like, and just in general, when you watch a negative video, it spreads like crazy. It's just like it spreads like crazy. It keeps like going big. Like I watched this like negative video about like the food stamp situation. I don't know if you heard about that. I mean if you're white you don't know food stamps. If you're black you kind of know food stamps. So I mean there's people about that. But no, I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I was racist. You're racist. No, well I'm joking. But like if you're poor, let me rephrase it. If you're poor, you're on food stamps. You're rich, but it's usually typically for black people. Let's be real. My black friends and family. You can I'm sorry for me being, but we're good. I'm joking. I'm not racist. I'm joking. No, but I was just excited. I know people, the food situation. I was gonna make a video about that, but I didn't because things change just rapidly. So, I know. What's it called? I don't know. The other YouTuber made a video about that. A lot of people make a video about that. I don't feel like making a video about that because it's boring. I don't know. I feel like that's like kind of boring. I mean, I'm probably being entertaining, but I don't know. I didn't feel like making a video about that, so I'm just making a video about being independent because it's part of the issue too. Being dependent on the government's a problem. So you should not depend on the government for stuff. So, but oh my God, people talking. But back to what I was saying though, yeah, I mean that's my philosophy. It's like I was trying to be more independent. Trying to not depend, diversify your income. Increase your income, be more independent, don't depend on the system, don't depend on the government, don't let anyone try to save you, try to save yourself basically, escape the matrix basically, and yeah, and, learn to cook, or even learn to farm. I'm trying to go off grid to be on a farm, go off grid eventually. I want to go off grid eventually, live off grid, have my off the grid internet, go off grid. I mean, my website's kind of off grid. My website's not tied to like everything. I'm trying to eventually not tie everything to Google, and then diversify that. It's hard, but trying to diversify my content. Depend on Google. But sometimes Google's free, and then everything else to pay for. So trying to find a way to diversify my life, my entertainment, my life, and all that stuff. So yeah, try to be more independent. But as I discovered, like if you like, I'm not saying it was worth it, like go through like what I went through back then, But but my channel is for R-rated content. I mean, if there's kids watching it, like, what the hell are you watching? What are you doing there? Yeah, screw them kids. Can't play YouTube. It's tons of YouTube. Screw them kids. But or excited, but like, yeah. I mean, I've been doing YouTube since 2019. So I mean, I was young. I was like 16 when I did YouTube. But I've been doing YouTube since 2019. So YouTube has been pretty good. I don't know. YouTube's been awesome. I mean, this year has been like, at the end it became awesome. So I became more attractive, more beautiful. That's what it was. More independent. That's what it was. More independent. That's what it was. More independent. So that's the reality. But yeah, I don't know. Just after my awakenings, weird things been happening, man. After I woke up, my spiritual awakenings. I'll do part 2 video probably of my spiritual awakening. After the spiritual awakening, weird things been happening. I don't know. Maybe I was cursed. Maybe I was actually cursed because I used to be bullied for like just the dumbest stuff. And now I'm like kind of like a beautiful soul. What the hell happened? And the people are just like naturally attracted to me. I don't know. Maybe my words react in reality. I don't know. Or maybe I'm in this assimilation theory. No way. Or maybe I didn't skip the matrix. I don't know. But yeah, I'm trying to skip the matrix eventually. So and have independence from the system. So yeah, there was a bike. I had to let me go. Yeah, I'm paying attention. So yeah, I don't know. It's something to think about, like, being more independent is very important. And I feel like, I'm not saying things you want to hear, just being more independent, no one's going to save you, it's just like, I didn't save myself, no one saved me, I had to save myself, that should be the quote, like, oh, no one's going to save you, oh, man, no one saves you, you should save yourself, like Peach, she she got saved, but, at the end, Peach had to save herself, because Bowser was keeping kidnap her, in the end of Odyssey, she got saved, but she's like, yeah, I'm not going back with Mario because screw Mario. Mario's a loser. I'm back going Bowser either because you're both weird. Yeah, dependent, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be liberal or anything, but I'm getting into politics or anything. But back to what I was saying, though, yeah. Yeah, the point of the video, right? I mean, it's like a 17-minute, I had to pass the 10-minute mark or the 8-minute mark on YouTube to get the ads, ad revenue. When I get monetized on my channel. Yeah, the point of the video is like, yeah, be more independent, don't depend on the system, have a good time, and yeah, I mean, skip the matrix. And I know people tell me, what about the Moonahar video about like the engineer? I guess I'm an engineer too, man. I don't know. I know people tell me you should make the video about the Moonahar situation with like, oh, he's an engineer. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Apparently, I'm an engineer. I'm like the joke says, like Keemstar says, I'm a drama engineer. Like Keemstar says, I mean, like Keemstar, he's a drama, like a drama engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a professional I'm a professional website. No one builds websites like I do. You know what I'm saying? That's what the president says, like nobody makes websites like I do. Nobody makes toys like I do. Nobody makes websites like I do. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta like, be more independent. Like you gotta be like, nobody be independent like I do. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be like that. Be very direct and military and like robotic and not and professional. But it points the drawback from the camera's back. But you can't let the camera's back destroy you. How that makes, I don't know that makes sense, but the point is, like, it has to make sense. Life has to make sense. Yeah, life has to have purpose. You can't like do nothing and eat Doritos and like not do something. Obviously you got to put the work in. You can't just like, oh, I'm being independent, do nothing. No, you got to do something. Obviously you can't be lazy. You can't be lazy and do nothing. Obviously you got to do something. You got to produce products. Like it's like economy, like Aaron Karen says. The economy says that I have to produce products. I have to produce. I have to produce people. I have to produce. No, I'm joking. You have to produce videos. I mean, not produce people. Produce videos. You know what I'm saying? All that stuff. It means economy is still. You know what I'm saying? Basic economics. Production equals money equals fun equals travel equals energy equals entertainment equals having fun equals gay frogs. All that stuff. It all connects together. Alex Jones produce content. The product goes up, supply and demand. That's it. I mean, if Matthew doesn't want it, oh, the dock closed and the stocks are going down. But you're excited. You gotta be more independent. So I just did the video. I gotta go. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm just kidding. It's literally daylight. Why would I go to sleep at this time? But I think it's good to do this video. This is why I've been slowly making my website, creating my own internet system, being more independent. Try to be more independent with software. Even software, I use VLC. I don't use Spotify. I use VLC. I make music on Spotify, but I use VLC. Yeah, I still use VLC because they don't ban your account. Yeah, I use VLC. Yeah, I support VLC. Support my man, small business VLC. My man, not VLC. I mean, it helps me when I was poor, even when I was rich. VLC is actually useful because you can listen to music on that. So what music do you listen to? Do you listen to Spotify? Do you listen to Pandora? I use VLC. That's what I use. I use VLC for my music and my videos for free. Don't tell Google. Yeah, I can't show you how I did it because Google not like that. Google not like that. So that's what happened the first time. I'm not doing that again, Google. That'd be a bad boy on Google. Can't show you how to, the video. You know what I'm saying? Like the R word. On the Bay Yard. The R Bay. Bay Ridge, I can't say it. You know what I'm talking about. Arr, pirates, can't say it. But like they're saying though, yeah, I mean, I get my VLC content, you know what I'm saying? Watch VLC, watch my music, watch my my beautiful love videos, you know what I'm saying, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I mean, it's like for the age verification process, nowadays, and Italy's becoming, every country's becoming age verification. You gotta verify age for everything, so hopefully not, but yeah, it's only becoming reality, like virtual reality. So yeah, change my vibration state. But I'll just excited. But thanks for the video. I love you guys. Stay safe out there, and hopefully everything works out, man. And yeah, majority stories, and try to be more independent. Don't be evil. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, you don't have to get to you don't have to get to 10 minutes. You don't have to get to 10 minutes on YouTube. You can get 8 minutes on YouTube. But I just did a 22-minute video just to get the advertising revenue, get some sweet advertising revenue, So yeah, I mean, I don't know. But that's why I try to be more independent, use independent software, use VLC, and use Linux. I love Linux. Linux makes me more independent too. Yeah, I use Linux, by the way, too. But yeah, I use Linux, all that stuff, and I create my own radio station, stuff like that. Or actually with a license. I'm trying to get my radio license eventually to get the radio station. You need a license to do radio, so once I get my license, I could probably make a decentralized communication network with that radio and create my own internet system, maybe, because I'm using Wix website for free. So yeah, I mean, that's gonna do this video. Hope you stay safe, stay healthy. Love you guys. Safe out there, and love you guys. And I'm Rich. Bye. Stay safe out there. Love you guys. And I'm Rich. Bye. Thank you. Bye.